Reese's proudly supports RSU TV, providing you with service, quality, and variety. Reese's has all your meat, produce, baked goods, and ready-to-serve foods. Reese's, experience the difference.
I'm in the kitchen with Chef Lou from Reese's.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited, that you're.
It's going to be fun, isn't it?
I think it's going to be great, delicious fun, and I'm so happy you're here too. You're actually going to share 2 recipes with us.
We're gonna do an appetizer to start with. It's called shrimp bianco. It's one of my favorite recipes. I grew up eating seafood, and this wasn't my grandmother's dish because she taught me how to cook. It was my. I worked at a restaurant in Vegas, and it was the main dish, and I left there 30 years ago.
And you have adapted it as an appetizer.
It's an appetizer, and I've been doing it for years and years and years, and it is just wonderful.
So you've got olive oil in this pan
already. A little bit of olive oil, right. It's going to have some olive oil. It's got some portobello mushrooms that I've already blanched off because they take a little while to cook.
Right.
Fresh lemon juice, of course, fresh garlic.
Garlic.
Lots of garlic. I can't cook without garlic.
You know, it seems to me that you might, just maybe, be somewhat Italian.
I'm definitely Italian. There's no question there.
So you've got to have the garlic.
You got to have the garlic.
Now, what does Grandma think of this recipe when you brought this home? When you know?
Wow, she loved it. She loved it. Tradition
Grandma
is
was
seafood.
okay.
Oh yeah, she loved it. So, and then it has a little bit of sherry wine.
Okay.
A little bit of chicken broth. Of course, we finished it off with just a little bit of butter.
Oh, cheese wenches never like butter.
and then some fresh oregano. And that's it. And we're going to serve it to these lovely ladies. And we have some balsamic vinegar, some olive oil, and some bread there if you guys want to, have a little bit of that. And then we'll get going here.
Okay, so we've got hot olive oil, barely dusted those shrimp,
Just
and some
dusted the
flour.
Right. And then what we do is we hit it with a little pepper.
Pepper's good. We like pepper.
A little bit of pepper. And then they cook fast. What you don't want to do is you don't want to overcook the shrimp.
No,
That's
then you'll
the
end
worst
up
thing
with
you could do.
Rubbery.
Okay, while this
bianco.
is cooking here, let's get we'll get the dinner going, which
Because
is.
you are going to make us an entree as well.
And it's steak au poivre. It's steak au poivre, which is a filet mignon, prime filet mignon, right?
Of course.
We dip it in some peppercorn, fresh grated peppercorn.
Cracked black pepper.
It's freshly grated, and we put a little bit of that on each one of the steaks, and we get those browned off a little bit. And while they're cooking, we'll finish off the shrimp.
Steak au poivre, that's one of those dishes that it seems really intimidating, I think, to a lot of people at home in their kitchens, and I don't know that everyone realizes
It's so easy.
how doable it is at home.
It's cooked so easy and so fast. I like it because it was one of my first dishes that I made for my wife. She was my girlfriend back then, and I proposed.
Way to a woman's heart.
I proposed, and I cooked her that dish.
Who can say no?
And it's been going ever since. Been going ever since.
Smart
She loves
woman.
it. She loves it. So now we're going to add some spices. That is 1 teaspoon of fresh oregano. Right. Then we have
Lemon
some
juice.
fresh squeezed lemon.
Very nice.
Let's not forget the garlic.
No, let's not.
Let's not forget the garlic. Oh, there you go. There's the sherry wine. There's the chicken broth. And
Very nice.
it's a couple of minutes. It's almost ready.
Wow, that is, this
an
is
easy
kind
dish.
of one of those things that if you've got unexpected company, if you have a few staples around.
Well, what's nice about this dish is that the hard part is the prep. The cooking is fast. It's easy.
Yeah, as long as you can squeeze some lemon and get your herbs together.
Yes.
And your
The hard
mushrooms.
part for me is I have fresh garlic, and I do a bunch of it, and I cover it with olive oil, and I keep it in my fridge. And I cook dinner almost every night. That's my job at the house, I know it's a tough job. Somebody's got to do it.
And it's a great way to ensure that you keep that wife happy.
She's happy.
And that flour on those shrimp is, some of that's really in there with that butter, and it's kind of thickening the sauce.
Sure. Speaking of the butter, we should probably put that in there about now.
The butter would be good.
And just finish it off with the butter.
So yeah, it's just going to thicken and make its own nice
It
little.
makes a nice little gravy.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. And those shrimp are almost done. They're perfect. If you overcook them, they're going to be tough. So you don't want to overcook them.
No.
So while they're doing, now we're going to come over here. We're going to flip these We're going to flip the fillet, prime fillet. What it cuts, you could cut it with a fork.
It looks like that's fork
Look at
tender.
that. So we got those going.
Do we really have to share?
That's well, we don't have to. We don't
Maybe
have
they
to.
won't notice. They don't smell this.
Let's plate up a little bit.
Beautiful. Now these recipes can be found in the Kitchen with Friends cookbook, I would hope.
Oh yes,
Excellent.
yes. So what we want to do is after that, we garnish with a little bit. There it is.
Freshly
Parsley.
chopped parsley.
Look at that.
That's so pretty. And you've got, so tell me about this. You've got this beautiful lemon slice here with parsley, and is that paprika?
Just paprika, just to make it look pretty. Just to make it look pretty.
I
Isn't
love
that nice?
that. I love pretty. All right.
Okay, so
and
that dish is ready to go. Now we're working on the fillet. Let's crank up the heat a little bit over here. Get the heat going a little bit.
And you've got those crusted with that cracked pepper, but really, I mean, this so far is extremely simple. What else are we
simple.
going to
What's-
add to this dish?
What's going in there is a little bit of cognac. You could use brandy. You could use brandy. I like cognac. It blends nice, and it's got a cup of whipping cream.
Now, are we going to burn our eyebrows off here in a second?
I'm going to try not to. I tested it at home, and I got the kitchen on fire, so I'll be careful.
See that awesome flambe, you know, that's that dramatic presentation.
Oh.
Again, if you're going to propose, do so with flair.
And singe my eyebrows, right?
All right, back up first.
So this is going to cook another couple of minutes.
And you're cooking these to what temperature?
I'm going to cook them to about 135, which in my mind is about medium. If you want it rare, it's about 120, 125 is rare. But most people like it medium. So I'm going to cook it about 135, which is medium. So they're taking a little time. The flame is got to get the flame up here a little higher.
This is great. I love this kitchen.
It's a beautiful kitchen. So nice.
Absolutely. You got your galley sink, you've got your gas, this J. Rambo kitchen.
So we're going to go ahead and put the cognac in here. Try not to burn us.
Try not to burn us. Take cover, ladies.
Then we're going to put the whipping cream, right? We'll put the whipping cream in there, and we just let it simmer for a few minutes. And just when it starts to thicken up a little bit, we hit it with just a little bit of butter.
Just a little bit of butter,
The
and
butter,
that's it.
the whipping cream, and that's it. So it's really an easy dish to cook.